Just to start off, this is a true story and is the reason I believe in spirits, ghosts, parallel dimensions, whatever they are, I believe. I was about 12 years old and lived with my family of 4 in North Carolina. My mother had always been very fascinated and involved with using tarot cards, speaking to ghosts, and seeing ghosts. I was young, and that stuff was what I considered mom stuff. She was pretty mentally unstable while I was growing up, so I really just assumed it was all a bunch of crap. So one day, my mom comes to me and says that she found this haunted porcelain doll on eBay. She showed me a picture, and it was a pretty doll in a white dress with blood on it. My mother goes on to say she can communicate with this ghost and that she's a little girl that died in a car accident with the doll, that she was friendly and wanted to come live with us. She shows me the rest of the eBay gallery, and there is a picture of this ghost. It was like a portrait of a little girl in a nightgown, and all white and see-through. She had dimensions, but it was clearly a picture of what was supposed to be a ghost. Honestly, it looked pretty easy to Photoshop with a child's picture or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go watch Hannah Montana. Later that week, she ends up losing the bid for the doll and says that she told the ghost she could live with us, somehow, without the doll. At this time, I think my mother has lost her mind and is getting a little too into her hobby. I really just didn't think much of it because I didn't believe it. A few months go by, some weird stuff had been happening. For example, this happened twice. I was doing laundry, and the dryer was one of those old metal ones with a metal door on the front that opens down. You know the ones. If you've ever had one, you probably know if you overfill it, the door can pop open. Also, if you slam the door open, it will bounce back and close itself. Anyway, I'm doing laundry and moving clothes to the dryer like always, and close it, turn it on, and walk away. I get a few steps away, and I hear the door pop open just a little. I assume it's too full, so I take some stuff out. This happens 2 more times, and I'm like, okay, what the hell? There's literally jeans and 2 shirts in there now. So I put all the clothes back in and start it and stare at it. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, maybe this thing's just a piece of crap, and start walking away. Then I hear a boom, and look back. The dryer had opened itself so hard that it bounced off the hinge and completely reclosed itself. Not just resting on the latch, closed. I said out loud, I don't know what the fuck you want, but you need to knock it off. I started the dryer and nothing else happened. This happened again, except it slammed open the first time and I told it to go away again. I had been trying to fall asleep one night and heard someone hyperventilating 1 inch from my ear for like 3 seconds. I shitted and slept in the living room. I heard people saying hey and Laura, which is my name, occasionally. There's more, but these are the ones that really scared me. At this time, I was just in denial about these things because I was always so nervous and uneasy about the idea of there being something around. I always just tried to ignore it. So 6 months or so after my mom tells this ghost that it can live with us, I'm walking my dog in the front yard like always. I look up, but this is before cell phones were popular, so I was just looking around. Midday, sun is out, just got home from school kinda time, and there was that same little girl in my bedroom window. Exactly like the picture, white, see-through, staring straight ahead. I could see her clear as day 10 feet away, just standing between the window and the blinds. I just remember panic. I started shaking and felt like I was going to pass out. I know it might not sound too scary, but I was shook. Everything I knew just got flipped on me. I'd never hallucinated before, that I know of. Never been on any medications or admitted for mental disorders. I know that girl was real. So that left me to wonder. Not only were ghosts a thing, but there was so much more to it than I knew with the chain of events. How could my mom have been lying? This was like 15 years ago, and I remember that girl's face. Is it other dimensions? Am I insane? I prefer the idea that there's a scientific explanation for everything, but man. I ended up moving to my dad's next year and losing contact with my mother. She was a terrible person, to keep it short, so I'll never be able to ask how she did it, how that stuff worked, and why that happened. Now, I just know I'm scared of that stuff and I completely avoid it. If you tell me your house is haunted, I literally might not come over. I can't hang.